How to buy a house. Unless you are fabulously rich, it is unlikely that you will be able to just decide, without thinking, how you are going to buy a home and breeze through the whole process in a matter of months. In fact, the best that you can hope for is to prepare in advance and have the right information in front of you in case of any problems or delays. The key here is to ensure that you do not miss anything crucial. Firstly, unless you are fabulously rich, you will probably need to set aside some money to keep your financial status in the clear. You need to consider whether you are going to make regular monthly payments or if you are going to have a floating loan. This is where you get an amount that can be used on whatever property you are considering buying and then having your monthly repayments reduced over time. The problem with this type of mortgage is that if you have a good credit rating, you could find that you do not qualify for the type of loan that you require and thus be stuck with a mortgage that is higher than you bargained for. You need to take stock of your financial status, to find out exactly what your income is and what kind of expenses you have each month. You need to see what your expenditure is on a month-to-month basis. You also need to have a good idea of how long you have been living at the address in question. If you are going to get a mortgage loan, you will need to show proof of where you live in order to secure the loan. Even if you are moving within the same area, you will still need to have a good idea of the type of property you are interested in. Once you have determined your financial position, you need to decide how much you want to spend on a property. You may find that the cheapest type of house is not the right one for you, so your research will help you get the right type and price, even if it takes some time and work on your part. If you do decide to go with a mortgage that requires you to have a deposit, remember that you need to be sure that you have the funds available when you finally do apply so that the bank can make their loan payment on time. After you have found the right type of mortgage, you will need to arrange to get the mortgage approved before your planned move. A mortgage is usually issued when the seller presents you with the paperwork and you sign on the dotted line. However, if you do not want to accept the offer immediately, it is still possible to apply for a new one and then pay for it when you return from your trip or when you receive your new letter from the bank. Once you have had the mortgage approved, you need to get everything in place before you leave, or before you leave for your trip. This is important so that your new home has everything in place before you leave and that all of your possessions are in good repair. When the new house is ready to go, you will need to ensure that everything is in good working order when you arrive and that all of your possessions are in place. Make sure that you have the keys and that they are in good repair, that the locks are in working order and that you have the proper documents to enter the property. Lastly, you need to ensure that you have all the details of the new property at hand before you leave so that when you actually leave the new home, you will not forget something important. This will allow you to have everything you need before you leave and also be able to return quickly. By following these steps, you will be able to buy a house and move into it smoothly and worry-free. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video for more about buying, renting or selling houses and apartments.